Alright guys, today we're talking about the big gay, and why I don't ever talk about it. Yeah, on this channel, on the internet, it's no secret that I am gay. I've said it on multiple occasions. It's no secret, not online, not in real life. But the difference being, in real life interactions, I kind of tend to stray away from telling people that I'm gay. And in this video, I'd like to explain why. Today we are getting woke, but we are not going broke, I assure you. There are many reasons not to tell people that you are gay, but there honestly, in today's new ultra-progressive society, if you are gay, you're better off telling people and making yourself heard. You gotta get that gay privilege, you know what I mean? Because there are a lot of perks that come with being gay, a lot of social perks, which we will get into later on in this video. But no, I'm not about to start spouting off about why, I don't tell people I'm gay because, I am persecuted and all that stuff. No, not at all. Quite the opposite, actually. The reasons I don't tell people I'm gay in average everyday life are actually pretty simple, and hopefully easy to understand if I vocalize these thoughts correctly. Keep in mind that all of these thoughts I'm about to vocalize are anecdotal. I live in America. I don't know your societal standards where you live. I live pretty much as south as you can get, so there are some very conservative people here. You'd think that my experiences with people knowing I'm gay would be pretty extreme, I suppose. That's what the media would have you believe. Like, the alt-right are everywhere, they're gonna harm the gay people, they really don't like those guys. Nah, I've never had any problems, but nonetheless, let's get started. Now, one of the more obvious and practical reasons I don't tell people I'm gay in everyday life is because it just isn't relevant. I don't need to tell people these things. It's very rare that something like this does pop into conversation. Something that calls for me to explain to people that I am gay. It's very rare. There have been circumstances where, it kind of made sense to explain to people that I was gay, and I'm not afraid to do that whatsoever. I'm not in the closet. It's no secret that I'm gay. For instance, the other day I was at work, and some chick gave me a little note. Said I looked cute, and on the note, it had her number on it. So, naturally, I kind of just laughed it off, and explained to her that I am gay. I appreciate the compliment. It really did make my day, but sadly, I am gay. I hope you find somebody else. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she went on about her day. One of my coworkers happened to overhear our conversation, and she was like, whoa, I didn't know you were gay, and then made like a big deal about it. Told all the other coworkers. I was like, okay, this is a bigger deal than I really wanted it to be, but whatever. And that kind of brings us to our next reason that I don't usually tell people that I'm gay, which is people treat you differently whenever they know you're gay. They treat you differently in a variety of ways, depending on the circumstances, on the individuals who know, etc., etc. For instance, it could be, I don't know, they don't like that you're gay, which is, I've never actually had that happen to me. It could be that way, though, I'm sure. But what's more common that I experience is, well, it kind of depends on the gender of the people you are interacting with. For instance, if you're interacting with males, they might step on eggshells around you. They don't know if you're interested in sleeping with them, so they're careful with their words. They don't want to make gay jokes because they don't know if you will be offended. And often, they're just generally less fun to hang out with because of this. And to be honest, it is an understandable reaction to news like that. And to be clear, it's nothing too extreme. It's nothing like totally noticeable from the outside-in perspective. But whenever you are interacting with these people, and the news is out there, you do definitely notice it. Another instance of people treating you differently is with females, actually. Whenever females know you're gay, they treat you as though you're some sort of deity. Okay, maybe not to that extent, but they do treat you a lot better than if you were a straight male. Because, I don't know what it is, they're just very open with being around you, with talking to you about things. They find you more relatable, I suppose, because you also like men. You have a shared interest, a shared sense of, I suppose, of femininity. And that atmosphere kind of causes them to talk to you about things they otherwise wouldn't talk to straight males about. Like, the most obvious example is, oh, do you find this person cute? Or what about this pop culture thing that happened this one time? that I'm sure you know about because you're gay. You know, honestly, it's kind of like applying a stereotype to somebody, really, to some extent, but there's no issue with it. It's the kind of genuine stereotype that is true enough to where you can't really complain, because it really is appropriate that, you know, females would find gay males more comfortable to be around, I suppose. Especially if the male is gay and not bisexual. Because the female has it in their head that's like, oh, this person isn't sexually interested in me, so we can have a genuinely real friendship. That's really weird to say out loud. I don't mean to imply that straight people can't have genuinely real friendships with straight women. That's not what I'm trying to say, but that kind of attitude is, I guess, exaggerated in cases like mine. Another way people treat you differently after they realize you're gay is, if you are gay, people, of course, they react to it after they find out. And one of these reactions is that they may be curious, and if they are curious and also lack decent social skills, they may ask you uncomfortable questions, like, are you a top or a bottom? Or, you know, do you give, do you receive, all these things. Do you find this celebrity attractive? How much dick have you taken? Or, you know, questions about your sex life. And the way I usually react to these questions is I don't really share any information with these people, obviously. I just tell them, like, I'm not comfortable answering that question or all these things, or I just straight up tell them, hey, you're making me uncomfortable, can you please stop? Or I walk away if they're being dicks. This has actually happened to me on multiple occasions, people asking these strange questions. And this is really what triggers me, to be honest, because even if I was straight, I wouldn't want to talk to people about my sex life, especially people I don't know, or maybe acquaintances. I wouldn't even tell acquaintances about my sex life. Maybe I'm just not open about that kind of thing. But there is this kind of stereotype that, oh, gay people are really flamboyant. They want to express their gayness. They want to project it onto the world. They want to talk about it, etc., etc. This is actually a valid stereotype, because I do know many, many gay people who are like, I'm gay, look at me over here, I want to fuck you in the butt. Sonic Fox, man, how about that guy? It's a perfect example. His whole identity is, I'm gay, look at me. If you see his Twitter, I'm gay. Actually, I don't know if he's still like that. There was a moment in time where Sonic Fox was definitely like that. I even made a video regarding that. But a lot of gay people really want you to know they're gay. And it's because, for whatever reason, the LGBTQIAAP community, it's kind of the same thing with the furry community. It is conducive to extreme behavior. And by that I mean extreme behaviors kind of gravitate down that path of, you know, gayness, because if you're gay, obviously social norms and such, they're already kind of out the window. You're already in this strange kind of uncharted territory, I suppose, of human behavior, so you may be prone to other sorts of strange behavior. It's like a watered-down version of the furry effect, I guess. The stranger the community you gravitate towards, the more likely you are to do strange things. It's not necessarily a very difficult concept to grasp, but that stereotype, it is valid, I would say. But I am not that kind of homosexual homo sapien, and neither are a lot of gay people. But because of the loud minority of gay people, we kind of get grouped up with them, and the stereotype is applied to us as well as them. Now, there is a kind of strange behavior that I've noticed amongst a lot of gay people, and it is this weird gay pride. And this kind of ties in to the next reason I don't tell people I'm gay. Because I'm not necessarily proud to be gay. I'm not ashamed of being gay. I am not afraid to tell people I'm gay, as I said earlier. But I'm certainly not proud. It is an immutable characteristic. It would be like going outside, being like, oh, I'm so proud to be white. Or if I were black, I'm so proud to be black. I don't see immutable characteristics as something to be proud of. Maybe I don't have an ego large enough to be proud of my immutable characteristics. To be quite honest with you, that seems very petty. I have other more tangible things and more valid things to be proud of, such as my intellectual prowess. But yeah, I've actually met a lot of gay people who go out and say, wow, you know, I'm a total flaming faggot, or whatever, I'm flamboyant as hell. And it's just like, why? Why do you attach it so much to your identity? It's just a sexual preference. And I've met a lot of people with this attitude towards their own sexuality. It would be like if I were straight. I'm so proud that I like women. Oh man, I really hold that near and dear to my heart. And it's this pride of what I want to stick my dick in that I just don't want to be associated with. I don't want to be associated with that idea, with that mindset. And whenever you go around telling people gay when it's not necessary, like Sonic Fox did for that prolonged period of time, you look like a fool. You look like a total idiot. You're very obnoxious to be around. And along with that is this political catering that incentivizes you to behave that way. So not only are you a total buffoon, fueling your own ego at everyone's expense, including yours, unbeknownst to you, but you're also an NPC, falling in line with the system, man. Doing exactly what they want you to do. Be a total weirdo, so that they can continue to manipulate you, and so that you're more likely to watch their shows, give them higher ratings, and vote for their politicians. So to kind of summarize everything I've just said there, it was kind of a lot, it was more of a rant than anything. I refuse to take part in that kind of attitude. I don't think it's very healthy. I don't think that stating that you are gay simply to fuel your ego is beneficial to you. At least not psychologically. I feel as though it benefits politicians more if you are a vocalized gay person, because if you are gay, you have a predatory political agenda that seeks your conversion, and oftentimes they do it just as they did to me, through the conductor that is compassion, because it's hard to disagree with compassion, especially whenever you are gay and you are afraid that your identity won't be accepted. Keep in mind, I used to be a pretty hard progressive, simply because I felt as though I agreed with all of these media outlets appealing to my sense of compassion, because as I stated in my depression video, the way I got out of my depression was through compassion for others. So I really was taken advantage of by these media outlets. I don't know if it was on purpose, but that's how it was. Honestly, I've forgotten what I was talking about. I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh yes, being a vocal gay person doesn't really benefit you at all. It benefits your side of the culture war, whichever it be. Whether it be the right side because you're a woke gay person, or whether you're on the left side because you're a woke gay person. It's an ideology. Being vocal about your immutable characteristics is nothing but a tool used to fuel your ego and by extension fuel your ideology, and by extension of that fuel your side of the culture war. I don't want any part of that, so I just stick to what kind of makes sense to me and tell people that I'm gay when it makes sense to say it, not whenever I want people to know. And another reason I don't tell people I'm gay, that's right, I have one more, is because no one cares. No sane person cares about your sexuality. And whoever does is either interested in entering the bedroom with you, or they got some shady shit going on. So yeah, no one really cares. Or actively cares. I mean, sometimes people subconsciously care, and they ask you these strange things like I complained about earlier, kind of, or they behave in strange ways around you, but that's kind of whatever. The biggest reason I don't tell people I'm gay is because I don't need to flaunt my identity like that. I don't see any value in immutable characteristics. I don't mean that to say that there is no beauty in immutable characteristics. I don't mean that to say there's no beauty in humanity, in everyone's individual selves. It's not what I mean. Because I will concede there is beauty everywhere you look and with the right perspective. I just don't deem it necessary to hold my ego on such a pedestal where I feel as though I need to tell everybody that I'm gay. I don't want the benefits, and I don't want the cons of having everybody know that I'm gay. But that's just me personally. I'm sure a lot of people want everybody to know they're gay, and you know what? You do you. I really don't care what you do. And this is not an attack on those people. Your ego, your body, your life, you do whatever you want. You say whatever you want to say. I have my reasons for my lack of saying things, as I'm sure you have your reasons for saying things. You want people to humor your identity? Sure thing. You do you. I don't care. But yeah, this was a more personal video. I had a lot to say. I kind of got a little bit ranty. But hey, thank you for watching. I hope you found some sort of entertainment value in this. I don't know how good I am at social commentary. I guess this is as social commentary as social commentary can get. I am talking about social issues after all, and anecdotes. But hey, like I said, I hope it was entertaining. Thank you for watching. My name is Psychic Sploob, and peace out.